amid an ever-worsening humanitarian crisis in war-torn Gaza. The UN agency that provides aid to Palestinians has been an essential lifeline. But now, the agency, known as UNRWA, faces the loss of potentially hundreds of millions of dollars in funding, and several workers have been fired. Accused by Israel of participating in the October 7th Hamas attacks.
The Secretary General is horrified by this news. An urgent and comprehensive independent review of UNRWA will be conducted.
Canada's Minister of International Development says this country has temporarily paused any additional funding to UNRWA while it undertakes a thorough investigation, adding Canada will continue to work with other partners to provide life-saving assistance to civilians in Gaza. On Saturday, the UK, Finland, and Australia became the latest to announce they too will stop sending money. Together with Canada, they contributed more than $66 million to UNRWA in 2022.
Hello, my brothers and sisters. How you guys doing? I hope everyone is fine. So I want us to talk a little bit about the ongoing situation in Gaza. We all have seen how Israel has been leveling Gaza. In fact, they have pushed the people, the local Gazians, to a point where it's beyond thinkable, right? And we have all just sat here and see the havoc being brought upon the people in Gaza. This really breaks my heart, to see videos of Palestinian children starving, crying, without homes, just hoping that they do not get killed by an Israeli's airstrike or ground force, just worrying of what they are going to eat, just worrying if they're going to stay alive till the next day. And we see children in hospital who need certain medications, but they cannot get it because of the blockade in the Gaza Strip. You know what? As an African, right, this is what I have realized. And whenever I say it, people say I am generalizing. Well, that might be the case. That might not be the case. Either way, I just feel like the West have a different way of looking at things when it doesn't really affect them. Because hadn't been Gaza was located in Europe, do you think that the West would have just allowed Israel to do what they are doing? If this was next door America, would they have allowed that? Or if the Palestinians were white people, would they have allowed that? But since the Palestinians are Arabs and people really do not care about Arabs, right? So Israel can carry on with whatever they think is best for them. And also, if this was in Africa, it would have been the same thing. Because black people don't matter, so they can do whatever they want to do to them. When Israel made this complaint about employees of UNRWA, UNRWA is the United Nations agency that is helping the Palestinians. And they get most of their fundings from individual countries, mostly white countries. So, when Israel made an allegation that I think 12 or 13 UNRWA employees participated in the 7th of October massacre in Israel. The Western countries, the white countries, the democratic countries, the countries with human rights, freedom, good morals, those countries quickly and swiftly cut fundings or suspended fundings to UNRWA. They did that. Let me just list out those countries so that you know. The only concerted retaliatory effort taken by countries such as the United States, so United States of America, number 1. United Kingdom, number 2. France, number 3. Germany, number 4. Italy, number 5. Australia, number 6. And Canada, number 7, has been to unanimously suspend their funding, not to Israel, but to the lifeline for the Palestinian in Gaza. All those countries, right? Champion of democracy and human right. Champion of freedom of expression, freedom of speech. Champion of liberty for all men were born equal. Champion. But when Israel made the allegation, they quickly suspended fundings to this UN agency, knowing fully well how important that agency is to the Palestinians, not just in Gaza, but around the Middle East. Remember, Gaza is under siege. The Gazians can't do anything. They have been cramped into a small piece of land. In fact, they rely on UNRWA for almost every single thing. And for the US and Western nations like Germany, United Kingdom, Italy, to suspend funding like this, without thinking how that will affect the Palestinians who are the ones benefiting from all these fundings, make you wonder if the so-called liberty, the so-called right to life exists for everyone or just for a few. That will make you wonder. So, whenever you come here telling me about how democratic these countries are, and how committed they are to human rights and freedom and liberty for all, just remember, they only do that when it benefits them. Okay? They only do that when it benefits them. If it doesn't, they won't do. Because if they really believe in what they preach, they will not keep funding Israel, that is bombarding Gaza and killing people. I think as of now, they have killed about 26,000 people in Gaza as of now. And among this number, about 10,000 plus or minus of those killed are children. They are children. So how can you be saying here that you are for freedom of speech, you are for liberty, you are for human rights, when people in Gaza are not given that same privileges or rights? How can you claim to be someone who have empathy for other people, but yet still is willing to give a blind eye when people are suffering? How can you claim that? I tell most of my friends from Europe and America, most of the common people, the everyday citizens in those countries, that the image your politicians have painted about your country is totally different from what it is. That we from the outside have clearly seen what your country is all about. Now, they paint a different image of your country and present it to you, and you believe it. It's not your fault. Maybe you do not know better. But we from the outside see clearly who your politicians are and how little they care about others who are not white. How little they care about about others. We can all see the incident in the Gaza Strip is a clear example for all of us to see. So if you are still out there, still in doubt, then I think this is on you. This is really, really on you. So let me know your take on this story. What do you think about the suspension of fundings for UNRWA? Do you think the reason behind is justifiable or not? Let us know in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. Please do us a favor by liking this video, sharing it, subscribe to this channel, because that helps us a lot and we are really struggling to build this community. We hope you can be part and parcel of it, and we will appreciate any support we get from you. We will really appreciate it. So thank you very much, and like always, see you in the next one.